Welcome to the Bookworm on tomsriver.tv. I'm Frank.
And I'm Megan.
And we're here to talk about books. And this week, we're talking about all non-fiction books. And our first book to get us started is a local story called Shadow Divers. It's available in hardcover, also available in paperback. And Shadow Divers is written by Robert Kurson. And it's the story of two divers right off the coast of Manasquan who discover the last mystery of World War II. And Megan, you're reading this book right now.
Yes, I am reading this book right now. It doesn't read like a typical historical, novel. It reads just like a fiction novel. It's so interesting, and the characters, like Robert Kurson, he just brought all the characters right to life.
Yeah.
And you have these rugged, like,
old salts.
Yeah, hanging out at the local bar, and they're coming in off their fishing boats, and they have their secret codes. It's crazy.
Sounds like last night.
Some heavy drinkers in there.
Yeah.
And very competitive situation between divers to discover different wrecks, things that are on the wrecks. And they discover a wreck of a U-boat from World War II right here off the coast of New Jersey. And at the end of the war, all the known U-boats were charted. And the boat they think it is should not have been off the coast of New Jersey.
Where was it supposed to be?
Iceland. It's supposed to be off of Iceland, I think. And the story is the detective story of discovering what this U-boat is, why the U-boat is off the coast of New Jersey, and it becomes a very, very compelling story.
Right. I mean, it's really, I can't believe it's a true story. It's amazing how they go through this whole. I never knew how complex scuba diving was before, and like the different depths that they can't go, or their lungs are going to expand, and they can only dive once in 24 hours. Like it's.
And how long it takes to get down?
Yeah.
How long it takes to come back up?
Twice as long to get back up, right?
Is also, even if you're not a diver, you'll be fascinated by this book. I mean, I'm not a diver, but I was fascinated by the story, by the history, and by the diving aspect. Use of different type of mixtures of oxygen and gas to go to different depths. And these guys they risked their lives every day to dive to this U-boat, to go into this wreck and discover the story behind this U-boat.
Yeah.
And this, I heard rumors there's going to be a movie. I haven't heard anything concrete yet. It would be a fascinating movie. And it ends up being a very, very compassionate story. Not about war, but about people, about families.
Closure.
And closure.
Yeah, it brought closure to a lot of families.
Closure for children whose fathers were on that U-boat, and they never knew what happened to them. So it's an interesting story, and it's called The Shadow Diver. And like all the books we talk about this week and every week, it's available at Barnes & Noble in Brick Plaza, and you can get it in hardcover or paperback.
Right.
I like the hardcover. I'm a hardcover fan.
I like the hardcover too.
Okay, next up is a book that Megan picked and brought it to my attention, and I thought it was a great choice. It's called Rescue Inc.
Well, you know what an animal lover I am.
That's right.
So, this actually, they brought it to life on Nat Geo. You can watch it on National Geographic on Friday nights. They have a show, and it's about these rugged bikers. They're all tattooed, and there's these big burly guys, and what they do is they rescue animals, and they save animals.
It's 1,700 pounds of muscle.
That's
out there. Tattooed muscle out there to protect animals.
But they do it in throughout Manhattan and New York City area. Some of the stories in here are just they really hurt your heart. Like, you can't believe people treat animals like this. And they've actually stolen animals out of people's houses to get them away from them. They've recovered lost animals.
That's right. They work on a tip. They get a tip from someone about animal abuse or an animal that's being neglected, and they get right in the face of the abusers.
Yeah.
They don't pull any punches. And some great pictures in this book of some of the rescuers.
They also do a lot of protesting at the puppy mill factories in the Amish country in Lancaster.
Here they are with a dog that they saved.
It's the bulldog.
I'm going to not show these little.
Don't show the really gross.
I mean, how moving is...
Look at him with the little kitten.
With the little kitten.
He's got all his
Here's
tattoos.
a big muscular guy with a tattoo with a little kitten that they rescued.
It's really a good book.
And these guys have a website now called rescueinc.org. And they travel all around the New York area, and they really confront the abusers and set them straight.
Well, their whole motto is abusers are losers.
That's right. That's right. And they're a non-profit rescue group. And I wouldn't want them knocking on my door if I was doing something wrong.
Yeah,
they don't break the law, but they stretch the boundaries of the law.
Well, a couple of them are former detectives
That's right.
in the police department.
That's right. So 1,700 pounds of muscle, over 80 tattoos, and the most unlikely mission to rescue helpless abandoned animals you can imagine. If you're an animal lover, this is the book
Check this
for you
out.
to read.
Definitely.
And I don't know if Michael Vick is reading this book, but he better think about it. He better read it. So that was really a fun book, and recommended very strongly.
Yeah.
Good choice. Okay, while we're here, let's. Christmas is coming up in a few weeks, 2 months, right? So we're going to show some calendars.
Okay.
You know, one of the things Barnes & Noble has is not just books, but calendars. So let's show some of our calendars now. I'll show 3, and Megan can show 3.
Okay.
And they've got 200 calendars to choose from. So whatever your interest is, I'm sure you can find a calendar. And here's one I picked for this week: Yankee Stadium.
Oh, how ironic.
How ironic. Okay. We're just about doing some sports stuff. So if you're a Yankee fan, this is the calendar you want. Yankee Stadium.
Well, they have all unique ones over at Barnes & Noble, and this is a new one this year, Where the Wild Things Are. If you can, I can't get it to
We're going to go right. All right, working it out here.
Okay,
there we go.
There you go.
Where the Wild
and
Things
this is in the movies right now.
That's right.
'Cause they just made
Just came out on Friday.
Zendex book into a movie, and so the kids that love this movie, they might love this calendar.
They took a book that had, 12 lines?
Yeah.
And made it into a movie.
I can't wait to see it. I'm excited.
Okay, next, because I don't like reggae, I love it. Bob Marley. Bob Marley calendar. 12 pictures of Bob Marley in concert in Jamaica. So if you're a Rastafarian fan, this is the calendar for you. Bob Marley.
You shot the sheriff.
I shot the sheriff.
All right, and here we have for all our Twilight people, we have our Twilight calendar. This is another movie. New Moon is coming out in November. Can't wait to see that. Every teenager has this on their wall. I know that. That's the new Twilight calendar.
And here's the calendar that's mandatory for every house, every office in New Jersey, down the shore.
Everyone looks for that calendar.
Photographs of the Jersey Shore. Beautiful color photographs
Am I in there?
of all different scenes. And who knows, next year, Rick,
Maybe you'll be in
you
there.
may be in it. Who knows? So this is mandatory if you live here in the Toms River area, down the shore. Okay,
All right, one more?
one more.
Okay. This is the Peanuts calendar this year. If you're a Charles Schultz fan, Peanuts is the way to go. This is a weekly wall. Oh, it's an organizer, not only a calendar.
and
Wow.
organizer. Wow.
It's for every Peanuts fan.
And everybody loves Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Right?
I love
Okay.
Charlie.
We have more calendars to show a little bit later in the show. Right now we're going to take a break.